forget. But between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world.
Good morning, Desert Edge.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Desert Edge. I'm Matt Velasquez.
And I'm Argenis, and you're watching DETV.
Today is the last Wednesday we will be broadcasting, so pay attention.
If you didn't know, trial packs for the Spirit Line are in the athletic office. They need to be filled out prior to trials, so go cheer your way down there and get one.
I get it. Student body elections will be this Friday. If you plan on voting, you must have your ID with you.
Another reminder about Stugo. Applications for student body representatives are also due this Friday. Don't forget to turn them in.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to miss the deadline.
Yep.
Regardless, recently, have you heard that song called We've Been Lose of In Hope, Hopeless Place? Well, Miss Reichert found love in a hopeful place. Let's check it out.
I'm Noah Ward, reporting for DETV. Recently, one of our faculty members, Miss Reichert, got married. And every love story has to start somewhere. Let's go find out where her story began.
I went on to eHarmony. I also went to Match.com when I first got divorced, and that was in 2000. And then I realized that I don't really have the time or energy for it. So about 5 years after the divorce, I said, you know what, maybe I think I'm ready now. So I went actually onto Match.com, and I had a date with a guy, and he picked the movie. It was Moulin Rouge. The worst date I have ever had in my life. So I took another break. So now it's 9 years after I was divorced. And I thought, it's time. And I was supposed to have a date on a Saturday night with this one guy, I don't remember his name. And we had been talking back and forth. We go through all the stages. We're supposed to meet for dinner. He doesn't show. I'm standing there like an idiot. He doesn't show. So now on Sunday, I'm supposed to meet this guy named Don. And I thought, I'm not getting stood up twice. So I called him in the morning and said, hey, it's Jill. Just want to make sure that we're still on for 5 o'clock. No word. No word at all. Now it's 1, now it's 2, now it's 3. I thought, I hate men. So I'm sitting on my mom's couch and I'm thinking, I don't want to go. He's going to stand me up. I haven't even heard from him. Why would I even bother? I'm not going if he doesn't call me. And on top of it, I had a hesitation anyway because he's 12 years older than me. And then at 5 o'clock, my phone rang. And it's Don. And he said, hey, I'm here at P.F. Chang's. Where are you? On my way, running just a few minutes late. And I'm like, Mom, you got any makeup? Like, I got to get out of here. So I really didn't want to go. She made me go. And I said, well, give me the half-hour phone call so that when it's lousy, I can say, oh, there's an emergency, I got to go. And we got into dinner and we sat down and the waitress was really nice. And she's like, take your time, take your time. Well, he didn't order a drink, so I didn't order a drink. We had this iced tea that I pretended to like because he thought it was so great. And we just kept talking and we kept talking. And my phone call came for the Savior. I ignored it. This sounds really corny, but we connected so well. We were laughing and he was intelligent and interesting and I'm sharing stories and he's sharing stories. And our back was slightly to the rest of the restaurant. And at one point I see workers through the window in the kitchen staring out at me and I thought, what's that all about? And I turned around and the restaurant is empty. Empty! They're waiting for us to leave. They had closed half an hour earlier. Wow. Just wow. So by the third date, he finally gave me a kiss, and I just knew, wow, this is what it's like to know this is it. So, a little over 2 years later, he asked me to marry him. And of course I said yes. And then 3 years, almost to the date that we had met, we got married. It's so fulfilling. I'm so happy. And I can't imagine not having him in my life or being this happy alone.
Well, Mrs. Stewart, congratulations, and I hope you have many happy years ahead. I'm Noah Ward, signing off for DETV.
Welcome back. The end of the year is quickly approaching, especially for us seniors. But here's a PSA to keep everyone motivated and not giving up on school just yet.
You shall not pass! You shall not pass! You shall not pass! You shall not pass! You may not pass the final, so study! This book is amazing! Senioritis sucks!
Dang. To finish our last Wednesday newscast, we leave you with a small short film portraying your interpretation of The Cuckoo's Nest.
Cuckoo. Well, Dee, that's all we have for you today.
Stay tuned for tomorrow.
Adios.
Hasta luego.